So everyone's saying Bowser plus Real Racer is the golden combo in Mario Kart World, right? But what if I told you that the real reason it dominates isn't actually visible in the game's stats menu? There's a secret stat baked into the tracks themselves. It's called terrain effectiveness, and if you're not paying attention to it, you've already at a disadvantage. You see, every car in Mario Kart World gives you 4 visible stats. You got speed, acceleration, weight, and handling. Speed's kind of like your top velocity. Acceleration is how fast you get back to that top speed after something like, say, a blue shell ruins your day. Weight is how much you bully other racers, and handling is how tightly you can take corners without flinging yourself into a wall. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff, but what the game doesn't tell you, at least not up front, is how different characters and carts react to different terrain types. People all over Reddit and competitive racers and dedicated data miners already have been diving into this for weeks now, and what they found is pretty wild. Some characters actually get hidden stat boosts on certain terrain types. Cal, for example, gets a speed buff on dirt. Pianta glides over water like it's nothing. These aren't just cosmetic details, they directly affect how fast you move through certain parts of the track. Let's say you're tearing through Sand Cascade or Dandelion Depths, 2 tracks loaded with dirt paths. Picking Cal and pairing him with something like the Charging Truck suddenly makes sense, not because it looks good, but because you're secretly shaving seconds off your time, while everyone else is slipping in mud. And then there's the meta. Competitive players break things down into 2 big categories: time trials and live racing. Time trials are clean, and there's no items, no chaos, just you and the clock. That's where Bowser and the Real Racer shine. Bowser has the highest base speed in the game, and the Real Racer is the fastest kart. I mean, it's hands down the fastest. And you slap those together and you're flying down tracks with nothing to stop you. But real races, that's war. People are lobbing shells, lightning bolts, bombs. I mean, it's basically World War III, right? In this setting, acceleration becomes way more important. That's where Wario and Baby Blooper and characters like Toadette and Nabbit come in. They may not have the raw speed of Bowser, but they bounce back fast and drift like a dream. And that makes a huge difference when you're trying to claw your way back to first after a triple red shell sandwich. And what about the terrain stats? Again, it's more than just theory, right? Reddit users literally analyzed the top 10 trial runs across 25 tracks on dirt heavy tracks, and Cal was the top 3 every single time. With water heavy maps, Pianta and Baby Peach started appearing in lineups they never touched before. This isn't just anecdotal, it's data. Now let's talk about the tracks themselves. Acorn Heights is a lightweight paradise. Tons of jumps, tight corners, vine hopping mayhem. Heavy characters like Bowser struggle here. Bud, Parabitty Bud with the Baby Blooper, that's god tier. Meanwhile, on the big open tracks like Choco Mountain or Sand Cascade, heavy builds take over. That's where Bowser dominates again. Okay, you might be thinking, cool, but what's the best setup for me? Well, that kind of depends on what mode you're playing. If you're doing time trials and just trying to post a world record, Bowser with the Real Racer is king. Wario with the Baby Blooper is also really consistent for this. But if you're going to be doing Grand Prix or knockout tours where you've got other racers gunning for you, go for higher acceleration and handling. Some fans are getting a little spicy about how limited the top combos are. One commenter said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the only combinations of characters and cards you'll continue to see for the next 8 years." I mean, that's a fair point. I mean, it does feel like certain combos are starting to dominate every single leaderboard. Others are calling for a tier list of best cards per character, and honestly, this is a great idea. Not every character is going to break world records, but if you can find the best card for your favorite character, that's a win. Because I personally love playing Dry Bones, and I just want to play Dry Bones. That's all I won't play any other characters, right? Some players are all meta and some are pure style. For example, my brother will probably run Monty Mole with a cute scoop because, I mean, it's adorable. My sister will run Bowser Jr. in a frog car, okay? And you know what? I respect it because the meta doesn't mean anything if the game stops being fun. I mean, like the video right now if you agree, but listen here. But for those who do care about climbing the leaderboards, okay, here's the truth, okay? Bowser plus Real Racer isn't just good. Just keep that in mind. It's literally the most best for time trials. He's the heaviest and the fastest character in the game. And the Real Racer is unmatched for raw top speed, and together it's literally the best type of car. So just remember that, okay? Now, open tracks like Choco Mountain or Desert Hills, where precision and speeds are king and enemy item span is non-existent, Wario and the Baby Blooper kind of make up what many call the Chaos Tamer, right? It kind of, all the chaos doesn't really matter in this build. Wario's slightly lower top speed than Bowser is offset by his much better acceleration and handling. If you combine that with Baby Blooper, a kart known for quick recovery and smooth drift curves, and you've got a build made for real races. Grand Prix, knockout tours, or even online lobbies where you're constantly recovering from items. Toadette with the Mach Rocket or Baby Blooper is your agility queen. She's lightweight, zippy, and thrives on tracks with lots of tight turns and jumps. Think Acorn Heights, Piranha Pipes. Her mini turbo stat is higher than most thanks to her class. Now, so drifting gives her a longer speed boost. This is great for players who are all about movement finesse. Now, then we've got Cow. Seriously, just don't laugh, because Cow plus the charging truck really turns dirt heavy courses into your personal racetrack. Data mines and time trial placements show that Cow gets bonus performance on off-road surfaces, and the charging truck has one of the best weight to handling ratios on uneven terrain. On maps like Sand Cascade or Dandelion Depths, this combo secretly rules. And lastly, Pianta with any aqua optimized car like the Aqua Dasher or Tie Twister dominates water heavy tracks. Now, Pianta's terrain adaptation on water gives him better glide and speed in splash zone, especially on courses like Boom Marina or Salty Speedway. It's niche but deadly when used right. So yeah, these combos aren't just community favorites, they're backed by leaderboard data, competitive trends, and in some cases, terrain-based stat boosts the game won't even tell you about. One last note, people are sleeping on the importance of course familiarity. Stats are great, but if you don't even know the best drift lines, shortcut placements, and item box patterns, you're gonna get wrecked. Combine that with map knowledge, with the right build, and I'm telling you, you guys are gonna be unbeatable. If you guys need help, drop your combos in the comments to help others, and don't forget to like the video if you guys want more Mario Kart content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.